Hi and welcome to my third video in my series about Mass Effect 3, of course. Hopefully this video will be shorter than in Mass Effect 2 one, purely because Mass Effect 3 had less missions and therefore also less hard missions. I'm going to continue with my character from my first two videos, which is going to be an adept. So let's get into it. So for your bonus power, there are actually a lot of good options in Mass Effect 3, like Proximity Mine, for example. Proximity Mine does a lot of damage and you can specialize into doing more damage to armor, then it's really good against any armored enemies. Then you have Energy Drain again as a replacement if you don't have Overload and you just zap someone's shield and add them to yourself. It's a good defensive and offensive tool kind of mix. Stasis is changed in Mass Effect 3 that you actually can damage enemies who are in stasis, however it doesn't work on armored targets, which are the targets you want to stasis, I want to say. You have warp ammo, which I think is worse in 3 than in 2. In 3 I prefer armor piercing ammo because it also does more weapon damage, but it also you can shoot through walls, through thin walls, and through the Cerberus enemies with the shield, you can also shoot through that, so if you struggle with that, I recommend armor piercing ammo. Then you have Barrier and Defense Matrix, both are defensive abilities. Barrier, which reduces all forms of damage taken. Defense Matrix reinforces your armor and you can purge it to restore your shields. However, using either of those, they last until cancelled or destroyed, and for that time you have slowed down power use, so your cooldowns recharge slower, and since I'm adept, I'm kind of dependent on my cooldowns, so not really gonna be taking those. At last we have Dark Channel. Dark Channel is really good. It's a really good primer that if whoever you put it on, you detonate it with one of your abilities, it just jumps to the next target and you can just chain your detonations over and over again, which is also really good. But I'm not gonna use this bonus ability because Javik has Dark Channel and I'm gonna be taking Javik on most of my missions anyway, so I already have Dark Channel. If you don't like Dark Channel, if you don't like Javik, you can just pick Dark Channel here for your periodic detonations. However, since I will be using Javik, I'm just gonna go with Energy Drain again, like I did in the second part. Good for damaging shields and also restoring your own shield. Let's talk about gear. One of the good things about Mass Effect 3 is that how flexible you can be with your gear and your weapons. Like for example, I'm using the Mnemonic Visor, Ceres Council chest, and Armex Arsenal shoulder, arms, and legs, because that's what fits my playstyle the most, but you can pick whatever you want, or you can even pick one of the many free armor sets if you want. However, I chose this one. That's because I'm playing Adept, so I need some power damage and power recharge, but I also got some weapon damage and headshot damage, but you can pick whatever you want. However, I would recommend picking at least one armor piece that gives you ammo capacity, because if you're like an Adept and you're running with pistols and SMGs mostly, they do less damage than other weapons, so you need more ammo because of that. So ammo capacity, always a good thing. I don't recommend going after health boost, because health boost is not that helpful because it only helps when your shields are already down and you're taking damage, and you should most of the time be in cover, and when your shield drops then you should get into cover as soon as you can. You shouldn't just stand out there and try to tank it with your health boost. So if you want, you can go into shield boost or shield regeneration even. I didn't go into either of those, that's because I have energy drain, so I just press energy drain on either a Geth or someone with the shield and I get my shields back almost immediately. So I was basically only left with power damage, power recharge, weapon damage, and headshot damage, and one piece for ammo capacity. For weapons, I ended up with an SMG, a pistol, and an assault rifle. If you're playing Adept, you wouldn't use an assault rifle until the very late game, because I upgraded all my weapons to rank 5, as you can see down here, which means they are the lightest they can, and even then I put another ultralight materials on my assault rifle with all the talents that give me increased carry weight. That's still only a plus 99%, so most of the time you're not gonna be running an assault rifle. I'm running one because it's light and I give I still have a decent recharge time. And the same with armor, there's a lot of variety and you can pick whatever fits your playstyle the most. I'm just gonna go through some weapons that are noteworthy. The Black Widow makes a return, however it's different, it does less damage now, however it has 3 shots per clip now, so it's still decent, I would say. That's because really strong one-shot snipers are worse than Mass Effect 3 because enemies now shield gated, and that means basically as long as enemies have at least 1 bar of shield or barrier, you can't one-shot them. It doesn't matter how much damage you do in one instance, they can't lose more than the current shield they have. So you can't one-shot someone with a shield with a sniper rifle. So you need 1 shot to take out the shield and then another shot to take them out. The Incisor also pretty good because it is burst fire, so you can like the first 1 or 2 bullets take out the shield and then the third bullet actually does damage, so this is a good weapon to pick. Indra is a fully automatic sniper with a low scope. It's like just basically an assault rifle with a higher scope on it. Mantis, the starting weapon, decent. All these semi-automatic weapons also decent. You have the Widow again, but you get it very late and it does more damage than the Black Widow. However, it only still has 1 bullet or 1 shot per clip, which we already stated it's not that great, only having 1 bullet. The Grissom sniper rifle, you get it really early on. You can get it on, I forgot what the moon is called, the moon of Palaven, where you have to get the Primarch, I think, and you meet Garrus, and there's you can also get the sniper rifle. This sniper rifle is pretty good. It weighs a bit more than the Mantis, but also does more damage. However, it also, like it says here, its specialized ammunition has both armor piercing and explosive. So this weapon just shoots explosive bullet, and in and of itself, without any ammo upgrades, already does more damage to armor. So it's kind of an upgrade to the Mantis. And at the end you have the Kisha Kapoon gun, which is the highest damage sniper rifle in the game, but then again only 1 shot. Then you have to reload, which not that great anymore. For assault rifles, you start out with the M8 Avenger, which is actually pretty good in Mass Effect 3. You can run the entire game with just this assault rifle. It's very low weight for an assault rifle, has moderate capacity, good fire rate. Damage has is pretty low, accuracy also low, but it does good damage, like decent damage, and it's fairly accurate. It's a pretty good weapon. The Festen, I don't like using the Festen. I think it's just straight worse than the Avenger. The Maddock spec, single fire again, pretty good. Particle rifle, one of the best assault rifles in the game. It weighs a lot, yes, but it has a lot of ammo, and it says it does little damage, but the special thing about the particle rifle is that the longer you hold the trigger, the more damage it does. Like, it shoots out a beam, a continuous beam, and it gets thicker the more damage it does, so it's pretty good. Cerberus Harrier is kind of like an automatic medic, also surprisingly good. Then you have the Lancer, which is basically just an M8 with infinite ammo, because it works like the guns in Mass Effect 1. You just shoot, they heat up, and then you have to wait for them to cool down, but it's basically infinite ammo. Striker Assault Rifle is a grenade launcher, actually, it just shoots grenades. Good to know. And Typhoon is, if you're playing like a soldier, or anything that focuses on assault rifle, the Typhoon is probably the best gun in the game. Because it weighs a lot, yeah, but it has a really high capacity, has really good fire rate, and the longer you shoot, the faster it shoots, so it's really, really fast shooting. It's kind of decent accurate. Damage is pretty low, also kind of low, not pretty low, just kind of low, but it has such a high fire rate that it does good amount of damage. And actually, if you give it's the best assault rifle for your squad mate because they have infinite ammo, they don't care about weapon weight, and they're always 100% accurate, so it's really good on them. Like on Garrus, for example. For SMGs, it has the least weapons. As you can see, it only has 7, and then comes sniper rifles and pistols with 11. Shotguns and assault rifles at 12. SMGs only 11, and unfortunately, I think only 3 of them are actually good. You have the Hornet, which is probably the best SMG you can get. It's burst fire, fairly accurate, but it does really high damage. Like, it does more damage than it shows here. You got the Hurricane, which has the highest fire rate of all the SMGs, pretty good, but you can't hit someone that's like further than like 2 meters away, and you need to basically put on a recoil system because it's such high recoil and it's really inaccurate. But other than that, it's still pretty good just because of its high fire rate. Then you have the Locust again, which got nerfed in comparison to Mass Effect 2. It shoots slower, I think, and it's also less accurate. However, otherwise it's still pretty decent. Except that you only get it very late in the game, like on Horizon. Unless you do New Game Plus, and you can just straight pick it up and you're gonna be good. Gherkin, kind of bad. Tempest, kind of bad, don't like it. Bloodpack Punisher is really good. Or not really good, but it's a good for the beginning. It's fairly cheap, I think, and it's fairly accurate, does good damage, and same with the one sniper rifle. It shoots armor piercing round, however it only shoots like 1 every 4 bullets, I think, which is still good. It's surprisingly good. You can pick it up at early in the game, and that kind of like keep using it until you either get the Locust or the Hornet. Yeah, and that's kind of it for these SMGs. Shotguns, to start off, we of course have the Claymore, which is probably the heaviest weapon in the game. As you can see, I go from plus 99 power recharge speed to negative 129 just with this one gun. And even if you put the ultralight materials on it, it's still minus 101. You only save like 28%, which it's very heavy. But it's also the highest damage shotgun in the game. Yet the N7 Crusader, which fires slug ammunition, which basically means instead of shooting smaller pellets, it shoots like one big bullet. It's very, very accurate. It probably has max accuracy. I don't know how far out you can actually hit someone, but the crosshair is very tight. It's a good option for like medium to long range. The Disciple is very loud for some reason, but it's good against shields, not so good against armor. You have your average shotgun, Eviscerator, Katana, and what you have. The Get Plasma shotgun actually got nerfed as well. The 3 bolted shootout now spread, so less good again at range. The Riga Carbine is kind of like the arc thrower heavy weapon from Mass Effect 2. It's weird to use, I don't like using it. The Piranha is probably the all-around best shotgun you can get. It's semi-automatic, so the fire rate actually high. It does good damage, and it's actually kind of accurate for a shotgun. So it's not the best in anything, but it's good in fire rate, damage, and accuracy. And the weight is also for a shotgun pretty low. And then you have the Venom shotgun, which is hard to shoot. It shoots it's a grenade launcher shotgun, but it sounds awesome, but it only shoots one grenade, not like a cluster. You can charge it to shoot a cluster, but also not really. If you charge it and you hit someone, then the cluster appears. So I don't know. It's hard to use as a shotgun. It has low capacity, so you need to hit every shot, and this makes it actually very hard to use. For pistols, the M11 suppressor is probably the best. It is the best pistol and probably even the best weapon in the entire game. It's because, as you can see, it already does high damage, but it also has a hidden stat. Like, it's the only weapon in the game that has a 4 times headshot multiplier. So I take this damage, multiply it by 4, and that's how much damage you do on a headshot. It's really good. It one-shots everything that doesn't have shield, armor, or barrier. So basically, any health enemies, basic enemies, unshielded marauders, the regular Cerberus assault troopers, unshielded engineers, unshielded guardians. Not the guardians. You can one-shot guardians through the view hole, or get armor piercing ammo, and then you can also one-shot them. Or the unshielded centurions, one-shots all of them. Really good. What you can do on top of that is, instead of going for the high caliber barrel, you could theoretically pick the pistol cranial trauma system, which increases your headshot damage by additional 25%. So basically turns it into a 5 times headshot multiplier, which is way too much overkill. What you can do is this, and then you pick the pistol scope on it. You have a 2 times scope. It's 30% more accurate, and it's basically a pocket sniper. If you want to use the sniper rifle but they're too heavy, consider this pretty good. However, I use because I'm an adept, I'm using a power magnifier and the high caliber barrels because headshots already one shot, and if I miss the head and hit the body, I'm still doing 25% more damage. So I don't lose that much damage, but still a significant amount. As an adept or anything that uses a lot of tech or biotic abilities, I recommend going with power magnifiers on your SMG and your pistol. Increases your power damage by 20%. However, they do not stack, so if you put it on SMG and a pistol, it doesn't mean you have 40%. It only works if you have the weapon equipped that has the mod on it. So even if you use one power magnifier on your pistol and use an assault rifle, you're not getting a 20%. You're only getting a 20% if you equip the weapon. The other pistols, the Attican effects, it's really good. You can pick, it's a mix between the Eagle and the Paladin. Eagle and Paladin are not worth the money. The Eagle is kind of accurate and shoots fast but does low damage. The Paladin is the opposite, shoots slow, kind of inaccurate but also does pretty good damage. Like it almost does as much damage as the M11 suppressor, where it's kind of inaccurate. It shoots very slow. Capacity is also lower, and the money you spend on these two is not worth it. You just upgrade your other heavy pistols, it's gonna be more value. The phalanx has been changed. Instead of the laser pointer in like it is in Mass Effect 2, you have that regular crosshair. Also makes it easier to use, also pretty decent heavy pistol, starting pistol. The Scorpion. Actually used the Predator to start off with, then I switched to the Scorpion and I used the Scorpion until I get one of the other two weapons, like either the Phalanx or the Carnifex. Because the Scorpion, it shoots also a grenade, but it shoots, flies in a straight line, and you just hit an enemy 3 times with it, they get stuck, and then it's almost guaranteed kill. I like using it, it's pretty good. The Talon is a shotgun, actually. It's a pistol shotgun. It has a shotgun crosshair, like the circle, and it does good damage if you're in range. But if someone is further away, it does no damage because it's basically a shotgun. Pleasure, best weapon, like I said. Executioner pistol also does high damage, but low fire rate and low capacity. It's not really worth it, to be honest. So I'm sticking with the suppressor because, again, one of the, if not the best gun in the entire game. Okay, so here we are on Mars, and while I'm figuring out these couple of server suits, I'm gonna talk about the build I'm going for and the changes they've been made. The best change on Insanity for Mass Effect 3 is that in Mass Effect 2, on Insanity, they gave just everyone a shield, while on Mass Effect 3 they gave just everyone more HP. Meaning that, as like most of these Cerberus troops, enemies don't have shields, meaning they get affected by biotics. And another good change is that Throw now is a detonator, before it was just warp. Which means we're going to changing up the build. For this build, instead of going pull and warp for detonates, I'm going singularity and throw, because singularity affects more enemies, and because throw has at max rank you can choose to have 2 throws going out at once, meaning that if you have more enemies like that in the singularity, you can detonate both, and detonation does area damage, so they both just dead. You should be putting 1 point on pull. That's because with pull you can take the shields of these guardians very easy. Singularity, double throw. Very easy. But yeah, the main build is gonna be singularity and throw, meaning I'm probably only gonna be taking SMGs and pistol for faster recharge time, and put the biotic amplifier on both of them for even more damage. For armored enemies, I'm still gonna be taking warp, because warp does a lot of damage versus armor, but You can't prime them with Singularity or Warp, but that's why you're gonna retake Dark Channel. Either with Javik or you take it as a bonus power, then you lose us Energy Drain. While Energy Drain still being good because less enemies have shields, its usage is gonna be worse, but when you see someone with a shield, you can just Energy Drain them because shielded enemies are still gonna be very hard, like the turrets and the service units. I forgot what they are called, Centurions, I think, because they throw smoke grenades, which makes it impossible to target anyone in the smoke. And that's gonna be my build for the rest of the game. Okay, Grissom Academy. One of the harder missions in the game, definitely. So what I do, I usually just to the right here and take out the actually you take out the shield generator first. So they don't regenerate shields. Pull to get rid of these shields. Dark channel and just keep
ready for action.
Detonating dark channel. Okay, they're over here already. Shield pylon makes it hard to kill these guys, but you just take out the shield pylon if you need to. After that you can just reactivate it, so it generates shields for you. Dark channel, detonate. Apply to the grenade. If you overload the engineers while they're placing down a turret or energy drain, the turret they're placing down will explode, and that deals a massive amount of damage to all of them. So as an adept, it's actually pretty easy to just stay up here and then you spam throw to detonate dark jump for singularities. Dark jump, detonate. If you play engineer, keep in mind that you can hack turrets that are still shielded. I didn't know that when I first played through, but you actually can, and that makes it a lot easier. You just wait for the engineer to place down the turret and just keep hacking it over and over again until it either gets destroyed or the turret takes out some guys. The Atlas mech. Again, submachine guns for shield, and once it's done, switch out to your heavy pistol or whatever you have for armor damage. I think that's the armor of it gun. Gonna wait for my shields to regenerate. So now it's just warp, throw, warp. Because warp actually primes on 3 and doesn't detonate at prime, so if I just detonate the warp, it does tons of damage. I just walk back here, warp, just wait for shields, then get out. It's already destroyed. So this part was actually the hardest of the entire mission, and as an adept, like you just saw, it's actually very easy. When you just stay where I showed you, up there near the shield generator, just to Guardians that spawn with shield, you only have to take care of them and you can just stay up there. Focus the engineers. If you are an engineer yourself, wait for the engineers to place down turrets before you kill them, and then you can hack the turret very easily. shield makes it very easy to use biotics on them.
Rodriguez, I told you to watch your barriers. Great, class the medical on.
Dark channel, detonate. This guy's dark channel, detonate. Oh, there's a turret back there.
You die on me, I will kick your ass.
Turret's very dangerous. Tons of damage. Dark channel, then warp it, extra armor damage, boom, it's dead.
Right away. Come after my you are dead, hear me?
Oh, there's dark channel, I'm gonna detonate that. There's a shield, just get rid of the shield with pulse. Come over. I'm gonna revive Yara and heal myself here, it's pretty good use of a medkit. There's a turret up there. Another engineer here. There's also a turret up there, so the engineers to just keep placing turrets. Dark channel detonated. I think I'm gonna die if I don't heal. There's another turret. It's just tons of turrets. So just keep warping it. If you don't have warp, I recommend bringing Garrus with you because he has armor piercing ammo, which you can spec into giving the whole squad.
I'm on it.
Alright, that's the turret left. And it's dead.
Everyone okay up there?
Rodriguez took one in the arm because she didn't watch her barrier.
So yeah, that was the hardest part of the one of the harder missions because you have to do it early, otherwise you lose everyone here to Cerberus. It's kind of a timed mission. But yeah, that was actually the easiest try I ever had. First try in one go. Yeah, pretty easy. Focus the engineers. Oh well, get turrets first, then the engineers before they can place the turrets. If you engineer yourself, just hack the turrets. Pretty easy. Go to the high ground to the shield generator, but watch out for the two guardians that spawn there, and that should be pretty easy. Take down the shield generator down in the middle. Yeah, pretty easy. Okay, Attican traverse Krogan team. A lot of Ragnites, but overall it's still a short and quick mission, to be honest. I'm gonna use the flamethrower to take care of all these husks. Because it does stun them when they get hit. We're gonna take out these swarmers as well first. For squad mates, I brought Javik and Garrus. Javik for the dark channel explosions. Garrus because he has proximity mine and armor piercing ammo, which is really good. Actually gonna pick up the flamethrower here and bring it with me. Just always shoot 3 times, so you can just count it down once they get off the first shot, and then it takes a while for them to reload, I guess. Pick up the fresh flamethrower here, take out these husks. keep warping them. We have the Ravager down. Some cannibals left, which detonate. Alright, so when you fight Reapers, you want to take out these barrier engines to stop them from regenerating area. Get a dark channel in there and detonate, and just keep detonating. I'm using a pistol with the power modifier to do 10% more ability damage, which is why I'm gonna be using a pistol most of the time. Alright, Ravager dead, pick up flamethrower. You don't actually have to pick up the flamethrower, there's always one near the node. Let's take this down and rush ahead.
Keep it up, people.
Get up here to kill the husks, while still being in cover from the Ravagers on the other side of this pillar, I guess. Just gonna forward shots. Gonna heal up here. Warmer.
Of course, Commander.
Get the flamethrower to clear out the remaining enemies here. And that's it. If you struggle on some missions, you can do a little trick. I think it's borderline cheating because it makes the game so much easier, and it's this threat called God Garrus. What you do is you take Garrus, obviously, you max out armor piercing ammo at 4. I took 6% more damage instead of squad bonus. You can take squad bonus if you want, but I went with maximum damage on 5. It doesn't really matter. I went with increased headshot damage, and then on 6, even more health and armor damage. Then you want to max out Turian Rebel, because at rank 5 you get increased assault rifle damage by 50%. If you want, you can take Ashley with you, because her Alliance Officer last rank also increases her assault rifle damage, so you just bring both. Give them a max level Typhoon. Tell them both to use assault rifles, and then you can just watch and let them kill everything. Because I'm not even shooting anyone, and enemies are dying super fast all around me. Gonna get in cover here. This is an Atlas spawning at the end of the mission. You can see just how much damage they're doing. And to prove a point, I'm just not gonna shoot any enemies here. I'm just gonna take out the engineer, then tell both of your squad mates to push up ahead. See, they're just running in, killing everyone.
Take out that shield generator. Jacob, come in. What's your status?
See, I'm not even shooting them, and they're dead before they even touch the ground.
One more shuttle of refugees to go, right? Affirmative. We got this. Just need to hold them a little longer.
Should be an Atlas spawning here. Any second now.
That was the last of the civilians.
Shepard, heads up! The place is overrun. We gotta go. Headed to you with the shuttle.
Understood.
Oh, there's the Atlas. Gonna get in cover
Jacob,
here.
hang tight. We'll clear you a landing zone.
Gonna revive Ashley here. And just see how fast both of them can kill this Atlas. Garrus is shooting it, and yeah. Yeah, it's dead. And it's mostly just Garrus. And Garrus just...
Landing area clear.
Okay, Citadel DLC, more specifically the clone fight, which is probably the hardest fight in the game, if not the entire trilogy. Because the clone is very aggressive, very high damage, knocks you out of cover, there's also Brooks, basically unhittable, and all of these smaller guys.
Loco here. You cut through the jamming?
You can see the clone is running into me again, because he's very aggressive. What I recommend doing first is take out these smaller guys, like Rex is already on this heavy here. Good down. See, the clone just ran up to me and always tries to melee. But I'm gonna take out these.
Are you kidding me? You're nothing but one more mercenary thug.
Oh, that's the wrong side. Basically, you just keep running away from the clone while you take out all the other guys. Taking out Brooks is... can be really good because the clone will try to revive her.
Okay.
And
Negative. I'm
as you can see on the top right, there's also... he has Metagel, so when you get him low, he's gonna heal himself and at the same time revive Brooks. I don't know what this blue fire is.
Team, you have minions, and you're running out.
Alright, Brooks dead again. As you can see, the clone just runs into you the entire time, and does the animation, you just spam your melee attack. I'm gonna revive everyone here. Check out this marker. And then again, just take out the other guy first.
Get Dagger Squad in here.
Again with the pancreas. I'm overriding the
Um,
safeties, Commander. I'll obstruct Normandy's path, try to get their attention. More bait? Plan B stands for bait.
kind of running low on ammo here. Apparently there's some guys spawning behind this wall, which makes this fight easier because you have to deal with less, but it will bug out your companions, because you can see Rex is just trying to get to someone behind this wall.
You're a backstabbing Cerberus traitor, Brust.
And the clone just rolls a lot to get away from any abilities he's trying to. Sniper back there. Another checkpoint. And it's not really a checkpoint because if you die you still have to start at phase 1. But at least that gave me some ammo.
You know where I got those scars? Pharaohs and Novaria and Vermeer and Ilos. At the Collector Base in Palamon and Tucumán. I earned these scars protecting the galaxy. You got yours in a petri dish.
Alright, that's another medkit down. I always felt like that once you get into the second phase, he's way less aggressive. You can see he's running away from me now.
You're a figurehead. A decent Then how come you want to be me so badly?
Getting up in and out of cover. Alright, that's another medkit down, actually the last one. Just a couple more. Free's gonna get closer so I can hit better. And I think that's actually it. Yeah.
What about
Priority Thessia. At this point we're pretty much at the end of the game. After this there's only Horizon left and then it's the last mission already.
Scatter and take cover!
For this mission you're forced to take Yara with you, but that's fine. Yara is pretty good. Singularity and Warp against Reapers. Also Javik. It's a side effect that he's like a permanent squad member basically. You can also take him for lore reasons. You learn a lot of stuff if you bring him here. Oh, he's still alive.
what's the perimeter?
I dodge the grenade here. I don't know while Yara's all the way up there getting destroyed. There's a grenade coming, gonna try to take out, never mind. Rabbit missed. We're gonna try to take out the Ravager. I think he's already dead. Oh, there's another Ravager back there. So here again you can see how strong the Silence Pistol from the Citadel DLC is. It basically one-shots unshielded and unarmored enemies. Okay, again. This guy is annoying, so I'm just gonna take care of him real quick. Still alive? No, he's dead. So yeah, Silent Pistol, really strong. Oh. It does, like I said, triple headshot damage.
Looks like our way out of this mess.
Another mutant, sorry.
Actually, we're gonna focus on the Ravager here first. Try not to get grabbed by the Banshee though.
Keep up the pressure!
This one has
Just the Banshee left.
Right away.
They're moving pretty slow, so it's pretty kind of easy. There's another. I'm getting cover here, here. Just tried to meet me here, grab me, but reacted just in time to roll out of the way.
Let's get moving before more of them come back.
But at this point in the game, like it's the end game, Shepard is
I still can't face those.
really strong. You can play way more aggressive than before.
They turned our own children against us.
I can't imagine that.
They assumed we would
So I think there's only just one more part. It can be really difficult because there are 2 harvesters there and you just keep spamming, and after that it's a temple with
just an
killing.
We are all
That
just
is
unique
also
in code to be
kind of
molded
easy.
to whatever purpose they see fit.
Well, they're going to learn that this code has a soul.
Extra long door so you get more exposure.
Above us!
Snipers on the balcony!
They're Asari. We might be able to reach them.
Right.
Enemy forces have tripled in strength. I'm cut off from weight.
Pick up
Watch your
the
head.
Widow here. Not gonna lose it.
How long can you hold out?
There's the
Can you really win this war?
That temple and the Reapers are his.
take out Reaper barrier and detonate everyone.
Let's do some damage.
Everyone who has dark can detonate them.
Don't let up!
This is a kill zone!
You hit one. Outpost Titus isn't far from here. I can cover you. Go! Get moving, Commander.
Alright.
Toward the Reaper.
This part done.
Way out of here.
Oh, Devik's blocking the ladder. Nice, nice, nice.
No choice.
Alright, this is then the hardest part probably on this
Nightmare never ends.
mission, because if you're just out of cover for a bit too long, you're just gonna die.
Watch it!
We're trying to reach Outpost Tychus.
We had got.
Yeah, skip everything. Try to pick up the armor when the game lets you. Not the armor, the rocket launcher. You have to charge it and then release it to
Got it.
detonate, or to shoot the rocket rather. And just Banshees are kinda easy.
Keep it up, Pellet
Banshee there.
Large flight has steel and current to match.
Managed to melee grab this one. Destroy the barrier.
I will supply.
Alright.
Next time we go to war, maybe the Alliance can spring for
No,
a
there's gonna be 2 harvesters up here. I'm pretty sure you can't kill them.
Watch out, more hostiles ahead.
Commander, more of the Jedi attack.
Try to take out these husks.
Bogey incoming. Hang tight while I shake him.
Alright, there's one of the harvesters. Pretty sure you can't kill them. I tried before, and what you have to do is actually take out the Ravages. And the... Oh, they are already dead. Because these harvesters, they will kill you, and there's barely anything you can do about it.
Keep your head
You can
down
see
and
that they really like spamming at you. You just stay in cover and then
Talon 5, back in position. Let's go.
you can gonna revive Liara here. Oh, Liara already is alive, so.
There she is.
Almost there, Commander. Keep it up.
As long as you stay in cover, they actually can't hurt you, even though it looks like it. I think it's just the Swarmer left.
My shields just took damage. Talon 5 going down.
Yeah, so still stay in cover because one of them shoots you while flying away. Sometimes. Yep, there we go.
So much sacrifice. We have to make it worth something.
Alright, then you can move up.
Looks like we're in the clear. Let's get inside.
Let me take a look.
So just K-Lang left. I know everyone hates K-Lang, but in my opinion there's
It's military-grade encryption.
one redeeming factor he has, but only one, and that's that his voice actor is Troy Baker, and
No, this is unusual.
I like Troy Baker in every role he plays, except Kai-Lang, but I still like him. So, if he wasn't voicing Kai-Lang,
Hello?
there would be nothing about Kai-Lang I could say, which is good.
Something is wrong. Your scientists should be here.
Take a look around.
Anyway,
Maybe one of
walk
these
up here,
artifacts is what we're looking for. I'm guessing these are the scientists.
activate.
That
The wrong.
Let's skip through everything.
the beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard.
Activate this statue.
It's gaining power.
Then I think it's this one. Yep. And
It's still not complete.
I think this one. Yep. Last one. Go back, activate.
Timescales, systems. I am E-Dive. Ask the beach cycle agitate your mission. They're intact.
Alright, so let's just filing. Killing is pretty easy, as long as you have something with overload or something overload like.
It's slower than I imagined.
Because you don't actually kill him, you just
Cover me while I recharge.
you just have to take out his shield. So,
Get to cover.
and then you want to keep using overload when he's there to stop him from regenerating too many shields. Don't worry if you get hit.
Your friend Kirihide died like a coward. You'll be joining him soon.
If I do not,
I need to recharge. Cover me.
Just keep backtracking, roll when he gets close, and keep spamming overload. Or in my case, it's energy drain. Keep using it, stop him from regenerating.
Shepard is mine now. You've had your fun now, Shepard. It's a pity the good ones never last.
And that's it, that was the fight. That's all of Thessia. Pretty easy at this stage in the game. Horizon, the beginning of the end, so to speak. After this, do the next mission, that's a point of no return. Get to this part, first thing you want to do is take out this Marauder, that's very close here.
Look for an exit.
For some reason he doesn't just... Oh, there we go.
heavy resistance, Commander.
Nice in range of the barrier engine, so take out the barrier engine. Revive Javik that dies here, or ED, because that's what they love to do here. See if Javik throws this grenade or not. Let's see it. So then in a dark channel. Singularity to thermal prime them. And then detonate. Detonate. Incinerate. Right, these two down. When they're down you can push up a bit. I like to go on the left side over here. Try to snipe the barrier engine. I brought Edie this time with me because Edie is very good against Reapers as well, because she has Incinerate, which is good against armor, and also Overload, which is good against barrier. Overload here, then a Dark Channel. Dodge to the right to dodge the grenade. Kill the last Ravager, now it's just... Just a Marauder that's already affected by Dark Channel, so just keep pumping him up. Double lift, double detonate, double throw, and that's this part done. Basically, kill the Marauder first, then the 2 barrier engines, and then you can focus on the Ravagers. And after you kill the Ravagers, pretty much done this part.
Right here.
Now the next part, that's
This will get us closer.
3 brutes, I believe, and a Banshee, which is also not that hard actually, because this is the end of the game. I'm level 58, which is basically max level, and at max level Shepard becomes unstoppable. If you have max weapons, upgrades, attachments, and whatever.
This way.
Makes this part really easy. I'm gonna switch to... Damn, I didn't pick up any ammo. Alright, the first brute here is Incinerate, Dark Channel. And he's already dead. And he's dead while charging. Really good. The next one is down there, which is really bad for the brute because it's has a hard time coming back up here when it jumps down. You can see, but it did hit me, but no problem. First one dead. I'm gonna pick up the ammo over here, switch to the SMG. Yes. Alright, first the brute, then the Banshee, because the brute is way easier to take out. There we go, already dead. So, energy drain, overload for the barrier. Keep walking back to it. Banshees are pretty easy, they just stand around most of the time. You just do the spore, which you can easily dodge. Just use any damage abilities. Out of ammo. Incinerate, Dark Channel, detonate. Easy. And that's Horizon.
An exit up ahead.
Like I said, pretty easy once you level 50 plus, because Shepard is, well, basically unstoppable. You can see easily took out the 4 brutes, or 3 brutes, and the Banshee. Problem at all. Priority Earth, the very last mission of the game, yeah, of the trilogy even. This part can be a little bit tricky, which is why I brought Garrus and Ashley, both with their Typhon. I even brought my own Typhon. Just because I can't be bothered, because you have to dodge everyone and the Reaper Beam. Oof, just barely dodged it. I usually play around here, this side, and there's a missile launcher in here. I already used it though. Playing inside here protects you from the Reaper Beam, however you're very close range with the Banshees. Oop. Just be careful to not get grabbed and instantly dead. Oh. And I already took care of her. Just a couple of basic enemies left now, I think. So what you're gonna do once this, you don't actually have to kill the enemies, all you have to do is run past everyone. And that's it. Game done. Game finished on Insanity. Just take out Garrus and Ashley and your own Typhoon, and this last part will be a breeze as well. Okay, that's Mass Effect 3 on Insanity. It's the entire series on Insanity. I hope I could help you. I hope this helps you finish Insanity, get all the achievements, and I guess I'll do that again in Mass Effect 5. So see ya then.